So today we're going to be going over 5 less known alternatives to popular men's designer fragrances. So a lot of times you'll see these 5 fragrances tossed around in the community a lot. They're very well regarded and they're all really good scents. But sometimes you may want to gravitate towards something that's going to be an alternative. And there's a few reasons why you may gravitate towards some alternatives. One of which could be that it's cheaper, more affordable, right? A lot of designer fragrances are expensive, so we'll be covering cheaper alternatives here. Second reason is it performs better. Another thing, when you're paying money for a fragrance, you want it to perform. A third reason could be that it is discontinued. You can't buy the original anymore, so you have to go for an alternative. And finally, the fourth reason would be that you may just want to set yourself apart. Maybe you really like that DNA, but a lot of people around you do wear it, and you want to stick with something similar, but also have its own little unique twist on it to set yourself apart a little bit. And as we work through this one, I'll let you know which ones apply to which different scents. And also really quickly, if you want to grab any of these fragrances for yourself, I will link them down below to fragrance discounters so that way you can grab them without paying full retail. Let's go ahead and jump right into this one. First up, for the popular fragrance that we're going to be talking about here, this one's Loam Ultime. Now, the reason why I'm going to be doing this one is because this one has been discontinued, unfortunately. It's just one that doesn't quite have the mass appeal like a lot of the other Loam fragrances, so they ended up axing this one. I believe you could still get bottles of this one, although it is limited and the prices are going up on this one. If you've been on the fence, now's probably the time to get this. Whenever it comes in stock, I would pick one up if you want one, because at some point they're going to be really expensive and really hard to find. Now for the alternative to that fragrance, we have Azzaro Ginger Lover. Now this one has ginger, lime, and vetiver is some of the main notes. Now this gives you that nice sparkling bright ginger right up top. Smells fantastic. It's zesty, it's zingy, it's fresh, it's uplifting, and it really does somewhat tie back to Loam Ultime, although this one doesn't have that rose note that is in Ultime. For some of you that may be good news, for some of you that may be bad news, again, this is not a one-to-one alternative here, and most of these aren't going to be. We're not looking at straight-up clones here. I'm giving you alternatives, things that will get you in a similar ballpark, but may not be exactly alike. Again, Loam Ultime getting discontinued. As far as I know, there aren't too many clones of it out there, but this one here will do a good job of getting you close, and it's also cheap. I believe these float around for about $30 on discounters. These Azzaro Sensual Blends line, or whatever they're called, it has Wild Mint and a few others, along with Ginger Lover. This line is really, really good. This one included. All right, next set of fragrances, we have the popular Tommy Bahama Saint Kits. This is one of the more hyped Tommy Bahama fragrances. This one kind of fits in along with Set Sail St. Bart's in terms of its popularity, again, from Tommy Bahama. I do really like the scent, though. I think it smells fantastic. As for the alternative, we have Original Penguin Premium Blend. This one has mint, driftwood, and citrus as some of the main notes. This one kind of gives you that tropical aquatic feel, just like the Tommy Bahama. The good news about both of these are that they're both cheap. Neither of these are discontinued here. Really, the idea behind this one is you may like certain aspects of the Tommy Bahama, but you also may like certain aspects of the Penguin Premium Blend better. I like the driftwood in this fragrance. It gives it a musky, ever so slightly mature sweetness in a way. Just the way the driftwood woodiness comes across. This one here, the Tommy Bahama, is more bright and sparkling. But this Penguin Premium Blend is a nice alternative to the Tommy Bahama. Whichever one you choose is up to you. I'm sure you guys can hear or probably see the rain that we're just starting into. That's just about right. So I'm going to try to finish this one up. Hopefully it doesn't start pouring on me because I've got 10 fragrances on the ground plus my camera. That would kind of suck, and it is starting to rain harder, but hey, let's push forward. Who cares? Up next for the popular designer, we have Guerlain Vetiver. Of course, this one needs no introduction at all. I do think we're having some focusing issues here on the bottles. No introduction at all. Guerlain Vetiver is a masculine masterpiece. Very well refined, very gentleman smelling scent. It's a nice, clean, but also somewhat compounded, smoky vetiver. There's quite a bit going on in this one. The note breakdown is extensive. but this one is really very well done. One of the better vetiver fragrances out there for sure, and it's also affordable, $40, $50. Now say you don't like Guerlain Vetiver, because some people don't. The way vetiver is used in this one could be out of some people's reach, could be out of their range for what they prefer. It is a bit more smoky, there is a bit more going on. If you don't like this one, I have an alternative, and that alternative is Guerlain Vetiver. This one has vetiver, lemongrass, benzoin, and cedarwood as some of the main notes. So again, Guerlain fragrances not talked about all that often, but this one here is really good. And this one is more soapy clean and powdery. The powdery touch comes from the benzoin, and that is a really, really nice touch here. There's not really any other vetiver fragrance out there that does it quite like Guerlain Vetiver, and there's not really any other vetiver fragrance out there that does it quite like Guerlain's Vetiver. Both of these are really kind of in their own league, but they also do tie back to each other because of the vetiver used. They both have a similar vetiver feel because there is a bit of a soapiness from the Guerlain, but the supporting notes in either of them are different. The Guerlain has a bit of a powdery touch. This one here is kind of smoky and woody, but the principle stays the same. These are both really good masculine signature scent gentleman's fragrances. Both of these are timeless, both work for anything. All right guys, up next we have Invictus Aqua as the popular designer fragrance. Of course, this is the 2018. This is the one that is currently in production, the one that you're going to get if you buy it from Fragrance Net. And by the way, I'm recording out in the rain, so if you don't mind leaving a like on this video and subscribing and leaving a comment, I would really appreciate it. Now, the alternative that you may not know too much about to Invictus Aqua is this guy, 1 Million Cologne. So this is not 1 million. This is not 1 million the cologne. You know, you hear some dude on the street, yeah, I wear that 1 million cologne, that gold bar, you know what I'm talking about? This is not that. This is actually 1 million cologne version. The bottle is glass rather than having the, glass but then the metal plate. You can see the fragrance level in there. Just has your kind of standard presentation, although the difference with this one is it does have a cap, which is very nice. I actually like the cap on this. Now this has an Invictus Aqua feel, but with more florals. This is really a nice version here. Summery, bright, fresh, and it does get you close to Invictus Aqua, but with its own touch as well. Citruses, sea notes, and rose are some of the main notes in this one. It's really what it's all about. It's a bit floral, it's aquatic, fresh and bright, clean, musky. Kind of has that clean linens, laundered clothes type of smell from it. Just that sort of thing. Very likable, very mass pleasing. Now, I want to say that this one has been discontinued, but I don't know for sure. I don't really know about the availability of this one on discounters either, so I'll do my best to either link it to a discounter. And if it's not on, Fragrance Net or Fragrance X, I'll get you a link to eBay where you can pick this one up. I don't exactly remember where this one is. I don't remember where I got mine. But I do know it's still out there, but I want to say they have discontinued this one. It's just one that I don't think did very well for them, and so they cut it off. But I actually really like this one. Really nice for summertime and a nice alternative to the more popular Invictus Aqua. Last up for today, we have Prada Loam as the popular designer fragrance. And this one is another one that needs no introduction. Sure, it hasn't been out as long as, something like Guerlain Vetiver. I would say out of all of the other ones here in this list, this one is probably the second most popular. Loam Team, not that popular. I guess Invictus Aqua is up there as well, but I think that was more so the 2016. It's a very similar fragrance, 2016 and 2018, but I think Prada Loam has really, really made a name for itself, and this one, again, very popular, needs no introduction. If you want a cheaper alternative to this one, you can go with this guy, Evoke Gold. Now this one has iris, neroli, and pepper, so really basically an identical breakdown to Prada Loam. Some other woods and stuff in here as well, but this one gets you really close to Prada Loam at a fraction of the price. I believe this one floats around $28 to $30. Prada Loam's going to be well over $50. Now, I'm not saying quality is as good as the Prada. I'm not saying blend is as good as the Prada, but what I am saying is if you're on a bit of a budget and you want a soapy, clean office scent, you can go for Evoke Gold. Save yourself probably half the price. So guys, that's going to do it for me. That is 5 lesser known alternatives to popular men's designer fragrances. Hopefully you guys like this video. Thought it was something a little bit different, a little bit interesting. Again, some of these are due to them being discontinued. Others are due to it being a discounted price. And also some are just due to it giving you a bit of a differentiation. You know, maybe you like certain aspects about one, you like certain aspects about another. You can kind of get the best of both worlds and really choose which one you want while still sticking with the same type of idea that's going on. And that's kind of how it is with the Invictus Aqua and 1 Million Cologne and the Tommy Bahama and Penguin Premium Blend. Both of them kind of have their own different thing going on. You can just take your pick. Let me know some of your favorite lesser known alternatives to popular scents down below. And remember, if you want to grab any for yourself, they will be linked down below as well. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.